Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. How you doing, True Royal, Tareen? I see y'all out there. Good to see everybody. We're going to talk about old Ron DeSantis. Yes, Satan is back in the news. Yes, he is. And we're going to talk about his devilish ass. Let me pull this up. So, he is now trying to parrot Nimrata. Yes, Nimrata. Ran Hawa. Yeah, he's trying to parrot her and say that this is not a racist country, but he's down there in Florida trying to wipe out all of Black history. He don't want none of it taught. Getting rid of all DEI and all colleges and universities down there in Florida. And people that were involved in that are now getting fired from their jobs if they were part of DEI. Oh, yeah. If he can wipe us out of the history, he'll be more than happy to do it. So he's now another one that is saying that this is not a racist country and he himself is a racist. Okay, he's been running Florida like he's the damn grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. And, there are many in Florida that still blame him for that Dollar Tree shooting that took place, that mass shooting. And if you remember when he went out to talk to the councilwoman in that area of Jacksonville, he got booed and heckled. People didn't want to see him. And they even said they did not want to see him at all. And I don't blame them. Everybody's history from other cultures are perfectly fine. The only issue he has is with Black history. That's the only one he's having all kinds of issues with. This man is a trip. And isn't he the one that says woke, Florida is where woke comes to die? Isn't that what he was saying? And you know what they mean when they say woke. They mean us melanated ones. And see, we are hated because we keep talking about what they do, and they absolutely hate it. So since we won't stop talking about what they do, that's why they trying to flip on us and tell us we're the racists. No, that doesn't make us racist. We have every right to talk about the things that impact our lives. And we got every right to talk about the things that are happening to us in real time if that's what we choose to do. So, y'all, let's get into this story. So, we got another one trying to lie. And you know what? This is also something I want to say. If you got to lie like this in order to get money from your white constituents, it says a lot about your party. And one of the most notable things is y'all have an issue with the truth. You got an issue with the truth. America is and always will be a hateful, racist nation. You have been demonstrating this for centuries. So I guess this is what they need to say to keep their white constituency happy, is to keep them with a bunch of delusional things to believe, like this country is not racist. Unbelievable. So they are content with catering to the minority in their party because that's what they are now. They are the minority. All right. So let's get into this story. So he came right after Nimrata, and Ron DeSantis, also known as DeSatan, insists US is not a racist country, echoing what Nimrata said. So this laughable Florida governor said the US was not a racist country, echoing a controversial claim by Nimrata, the former South Carolina governor, who is also trying to deny Donald Trump the Republican presidential nomination, which neither him, Ron DeSantis, or Nimrata are going to be able to do. They are not going to be able to upstage Donald Trump. Donald Trump at this point will be the nominee. He will be the nominee. Well, the US is not a racist country, DeSatan told CNN town hall in New Hampshire. And we've overcome things in our history. Actually, no, we haven't. This is just a big thing they like to say. Racism is very prevalent in the United States. We have not overcome that at all. I guess those are just buzzwords to make the people that are denying that this is a racist country make them feel good. You know, I think the founding fathers, who were also perpetuators of racism, they establish a set of principles that are universal. More than 250 years before independence from Britain, enslaved African people were brought to American soil by Spanish ships in the 1500s. This is what DeSantis is saying. Native Americans were displaced and enslaved. You know, that's why some history books, ladies and gentlemen, will tell you that Native Americans were enslaved on plantations all across the South. Now, we know our forefathers were on those plantations. So, what are they trying to say? They're trying to say we were those Indians. That's what they're saying, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn this off. Didn't I tell y'all every time I come on here, this is the time somebody calls me? So, anyway, I have seen that and I have done videos on that, where the history books, if you go to old history books, it'll tell you that Indians were on plantations all across the South. And Ron DeSantis is saying it too. The enslaved and Indians, the Native Americans, were all over the plantations in the South. And we only know of one people that were on those plantations out there working in the baking hot sun. So let's go on. The first ship of enslaved Africans arrived in Virginia, 1619. And do y'all know the history of Jamestown, Virginia? Do y'all know the history? The history is, let me just give you a brief synopsis. They were dying in Jamestown. They were literally dying, and they were cannibalizing each other because they could not survive on their own. They were dying in big numbers in Jamestown. The dying did not stop until the first slaves arrived and they were able to turn everything around. When they attempted to grow crops, ladies and gentlemen, it failed. Listen to me now. It failed. They did not get successful crops until the slaves arrived and planted the crops, and then they stopped dying. See, this is the part of the history about Jamestown they never tell you. All they tell you is they brought the slaves in there, but they never tell you the condition of Jamestown when those slaves were brought in. They were in a very dire situation there. Y'all hear me? Our forefathers literally saved their lives. And that is the truth. We saved their butts. They couldn't make it on their own. But if you listen to them today, they'll try to act like they came here and they were thriving. And that is just one of many instances when they had a hard time surviving over here when they first got here. That's one of many instances, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go on because I don't want to veer off into another subject matter. I want to stay on this. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, slavery in southern states caused the Civil War, a fact that Haley failed to mention when quizzed on the subject matter about a month ago. A conflict, it was fought between 1861 to 1865 and the beginning of slavery being abolished. All right. That is chattel slavery, but the new form of slavery going on in the country is in the prison system. Jim Crow laws were enforced, segregation and unequal treatment in southern states. Actually, it was nationwide, it wasn't just southern states. Until civil rights reforms came in the 1960s. But, discrimination never stopped. These people don't follow laws. You got to be a fool to think because they put some laws on the book that they're going to follow them. They've been breaking them laws on civil rights ever since. So, entrenched in social and economic inequality persists, affecting all minorities. No, it does not affect all minorities like it does us, but y'all, we know what they're, minority, people of color, we know what direction. Oh, it wasn't just you. It wasn't, we know what they're trying to do when they say that. It wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. Yes, it was primarily just us. Just like when you look at the pictures of the plantations, you do not see in those pictures, you don't see no Asians, you don't see no Mexicans, you don't see no Italians, you don't see no Irish. You see primarily us on those fields by ourselves doing the backbreaking work. So it is not all minorities. And plus, y'all treat us way harsher than you treat the others. Let's be real. So, the last presidential election in 2020, it took place after the summer of protest. Yes, we know about George Floyd and what happened to him. Going into the New Hampshire primary, the Satan and Namrata trailed Donald Trump. Okay, and he's apparently, y'all, leading by a pretty wide margin in New Hampshire. They're not going to catch Donald Trump. This week, the Satan edged out Haley for a distant second in Iowa. Now, Haley was bragging about Iowa and how, she was able to reach third place. But y'all, think about this. Think about this. The only victory Haley had was beating Vivek. That was really her only victory. She edged out bad salami, and that was really, truly her only victory. Let's be real. She didn't beat the two white dudes, Trump and the Satan. Okay. She didn't beat them. She beat the only brown guy that was in the pack. That is her only victory in the whole thing. I mean, to be honest. So the Satan is trying to jump on this bandwagon, and it's all a lie. So the bottom line is Republicans got to tell lies about this country in order to get their constituency to keep donating to their campaigns and keep supporting them. So they can't face reality. These folks got to hear lies on top of lies on top of lies in order for these candidates to be acceptable. That should say a lot right there. That should say a lot about the Republican Party. So now you got Haley that was on Fox, and now you got Satan here saying the same thing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, just think about this. If you go into office with this kind of mindset, then no matter what happens racially in the country, you don't feel compelled to fix it. They don't fix nothing anyway. And they're fully aware of what's going on, and they don't fix anything. So, what's to stop them now? Why would they do anything? Seriously, why would they do anything? So if you deny it, then can't you also deny reparations? If you deny this is a racist country and it never was a racist country, then you can deny a lot of things, including the human rights of our people. I'm just saying. Y'all sound like you're weak. You sound like you're emotionally and mentally weak people. You got to hear a lie in order to support somebody. Y'all sound weak, sound emotionally bankrupt. So, y'all, that's all I wanted to tell y'all today. You know, I'm sure we're going to be hearing this again and again and again and again. You know, that's one thing about these folks. They sure know how to get on the same bandwagon, don't they? He don't have no personality. If you really listen to the Satan, I tried to listen to him. I can only take a few minutes of his babbling, but he has no personality. He's very dull. very uninteresting. You know, he don't have much charisma at all. I don't know. You may see him differently, y'all, but he seems very dry to me. So y'all, you're going to have to let me know what you think by typing in that comment section. So I always look forward to reading the comments, by the way. And I have gotten messages about, you put comments there and it's not there. Oh, that's YouTube. That's doing a lot of that. That's YouTube. So, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back again with another topic. Oh, before I go, let me do my thank yous. Thank you, Miss Incognito 72 for the super sticker. Thank you, Roslyn, for becoming a new channel member. And Keyfield, thank you for the super chat. DeSantis and Nimrata are so desperate that they are now just throwing S, yeah, throwing S on the wall to see what sticks. Meanwhile, hordes of unknown illegals are invading this country every day. US is no more. Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. And thank you for the donations. Shalom, family.